I don't know whether you clicked on this video because you were intrigued, or because you were angry, because you think I'm a fool, because you're confused. But this video is going to save you so much time because I've been burned trying to help others. Throughout my entire life, I would always have a tendency to, whenever I would discover something revolutionary that worked for me that I would find intriguing, simply not even help, but like kind of force others to do it. I'm like, this is the right thing. You need to do this. And at first, when I was young, I would solve Rubik's cubes a lot. And when I learned to solve one, I I taught my dad, I taught my brother, I tried to teach my mother. She didn't want to learn, but I was like really forcing it onto everyone in my family. And then came other things, came fitness. I wanted to force my brother to also work out, to do calisthenics, to improve his physique, to eat better. I would, in my entire family, I would start seeing bad foods around. I would say, don't eat this. This is bad. Eat these foods, the ones that I'm eating, and this would just be a common pattern from my entire life. I would discover a new way of thinking, a new way of behaving, and then since I would take it. Well, because I take it since I think, okay, this is superior. This is gonna change my life positively, and then I think like, okay, well, guys, I'm gonna show it to you right now as well, and then we're all gonna be prospering. We're all gonna be just living better just because I just discovered this thing that you can also act on. And also with business, I've been doing business. Well, from the moment that I got into business, I try to everyone around me who was similar age, in my class, I would simply try to get them to also do the same things that I did. I would force people who weren't really into business, but they still didn't really like school. They wanted to kind of start something, but they were like, I'm not sure. I would really like force them. Okay, do this. Here's the exact steps I took to get my client. Do this, do this, do that. I would really force them, and all the things that I just told you would bear no results. I would literally just waste my time. I would feel angry at seeing my parents, my family eat shitty food from my perspective, which was shitty food, when that is destroying their health, and that they should be eating like me, that they should be behaving like me. I would feel angry, and I would always constantly be critiquing them. I would say like comments, say stop. Why are you doing this? You're gonna be fat, whatever, right? And what I noticed is that it just simply made me more angry, more frustrated with myself, thinking I'm just not doing it the right way. It's on me. I should focus on myself and then lead by example. But what I notice is that that's the most you can do, just lead by example. If you're gonna reach the end point where they see, okay, this guy has results, they might decide to follow the same approach you did. But most of the times, man, you cannot force people onto the path that you're going through, even if you think that it's gonna literally revolutionize and change your life. This is just something that I noticed, and it's been a painful truth for me because I have a tendency to really want to help others. Now, I'm not saying that I'm some like super nice guy, like I really I'm going out there and changing others' lives, but no, like people that I genuinely care about. Whenever I discover something that, from my perspective, looks right, and let's say they're doing the opposite of that, I instantly want to say, stop this, don't do this. I have a better way. If you just follow this, your life will be better. Like it is for me. But this bears no results. In my experience, this simply bears no results. You are putting out so much energy into trying to change someone's path, but it's like going through an immovable force, an immovable object. You cannot shift it. People have their own environment affecting them, their own beliefs, their own mindset, their own preferences, their own pains, their own beliefs, pain points. You cannot simply hope to change everything by one conversation, or by one remark, by one comment. The best thing you can do is just be selfish. Just focus on yourself. You are going to help way more people by simply focusing on yourself. Instead of whenever discovering something that's going to change your life, something that is getting you new results, instead of then saying, oh, hey, come join me, do this with me. We're both going to be starting from now, and then We're gonna both be able to progress at the same time and reach new heights. You won't have to catch up to me, right? We're both gonna be able to make so much progress. No, this doesn't work. Simply focus on yourself. Implement it for yourself. Just be selfish. Be selfish. Be absolutely selfish. Absolutely don't care about others. Let them live their life the way they want to live. Don't force your beliefs onto them unless they ask you for advice and they say, "Oh, well, I like the way you've been approaching this or doing this. I like your physique. I like your mindset. I like your results. Can you teach me too?" Then, yeah, of course, more than glad to help. That's awesome. But never force anything onto others. That's what I noticed. It's the biggest waste of time, energy, emotionally draining, and makes you feel like you're just not doing something right. The best thing you can do is be selfish, focus on yourself, get the best results possible. You will become the version of yourself that you're dreaming about. You will inspire others, and you will attract those people who are going to be seeking advice by default. All the people who are making loads of money, all the successful people, even like I'm working with a calisthenics coach, a client of mine. I'm managing his DMs. He gets so many DMs of simply people asking for him, "Yo, how do I do this? How do I do that? Please, can you give me some advice? Please, can you give me some advice?" This guy wouldn't have gotten so many questions, and he couldn't have helped out so many people if he simply discovered calisthenics and then he, let's say, has a circle of 10 friends around him and he says, "Oh guys, we should all do calisthenics. We should all go work out the way I do because this is going to absolutely revolutionize your life. It's going to make it for the better. It's so fun. It's so cool. Let's do this." Now he's helping like hundreds of people every single day, thousands of people every single day. The best thing to do is lead by example. Test everything out on yourself. Perhaps you're even going to change your mind and say, "Okay, this hasn't been the right belief. I'm glad I actually didn't share it with anyone." Just be someone who focuses on themselves because you first need to be able to help yourself if you want to help others. I appreciate you for watching this video and I hope you take this seriously because this is I'm still struggling with this. I'm still every day I gotta remind myself to sometimes in certain situations to not just push things onto other people, not to push push them onto the diet that I'm doing, not push them onto the workout plan that I have, not push them onto the business model that I'm doing, not push them on to the time that I'm waking up, to to the hobbies that I'm practicing, to the books that I'm reading. I simply try to right now shift my focus. I hear them out. I can sometimes give them some advice from my perspective, but I will never force them to do that just because it won't help them, it won't help me, it won't help anyone. The best thing you can do for others and for yourself is to be selfish. Put most of your attention onto yourself. And if you will be able to help yourself, you will be able to help way more people than you can even imagine. Thank you for watching. God bless you.